Imagine the cold grip of salt water pulling you under, the sun scorching your skin like forgotten embers from a dying fire. This is the shadowed tale of a fisherman lost to the sea's merciless embrace, where 438 days revealed visions so shocking, they were etched into his soul like ancient runes on weathered stone. Fade into the misty dawn of November 17th, 2012, off the rugged coast of Chiapas, Mexico. The air hangs heavy with the salt of impending doom, as José Salvador Alvarenga, a weathered 36-year-old fisherman from El Salvador, pushes his 7-meter fiberglass boat into the waves. Beside him, young Ezequiel Cordoba, just 22 and eager for the catch, grips the tiller with calloused hands. They set out for what should have been a routine shark fishing trip, 2 days at most, chasing the shadows beneath the surface for their livelihood. But the ocean, that ancient predator, had other plans. As the sun dips low, painting the sky in blood-red streaks, a ferocious storm descends like a vengeful spirit. Winds howl through the rigging, whipping the sea into towering walls of foam that crash over the deck. The engine sputters and dies, leaving them adrift in a churning abyss. Imagine the terror. Rain lashing like needles, thunder echoing like distant artillery, and the boat, a fragile speck, tossed mercilessly. Alvarenga fights the helm, his muscles burning while Cordoba clings to the side, eyes wide with unspoken fear. They radio for help, but the storm swallows their cries. By morning, the world they knew is gone, replaced by an infinite blue void. No land, no rescue. Just the relentless drift westward into the heart of the Pacific's forgotten depth stays, blur into weeks as the current carries them further from salvation. The sun beats down mercilessly, turning the boat into a floating oven, while nights bring a bone-chilling cold that seeps into their very marrow. Alvarenga and Cordoba ration their meager supplies, tins of food, a few gallons of water, but hunger gnaws like a beast within. They improvise, catching rainwater in tarps during fleeting storms, spearing fish with bare hands, tearing into raw seabirds that land on the deck, their feathers matted with salt. The metallic tang of blood fills their mouths, a grim reminder of life's fragility. Yet in this isolation, a fragile bond forms. Alvarenga, the seasoned survivor with a past scarred by poverty and loss, becomes the anchor. He teaches Cordoba to read the waves, to spot the glint of a turtle's shell amid the swells. But unease creeps in like fog over still water. Strange sights emerge. Schools of jellyfish glowing ethereally in the moonlight like wandering spirits from a drowned world. Sharks circle the boat, their fins slicing the surface with predatory grace, eyes reflecting the stars like voids of endless hunger. Alvarenga swears he hears whispers in the wind, echoes of lost sailors perhaps, or his own mind unraveling. Cordoba falls ill, weakened by the raw diet, his body wasting away. The ocean's mystery deepens. What lurks beneath, in those uncharted depths, begins to feel alive, watching them with malevolent intent. 4 months into the nightmare, despair tightens its noose. Cordoba, delirious from starvation and a tainted raw bird that poisons his blood, succumbs to the void. His final days are a haze of fevered ramblings, visions of home, of feasts that torment his empty stomach. Alvarenga holds him as he slips away, the young man's breath fading like a whisper in the wind. Alone now, truly alone, Alvarenga faces the ultimate horror, burying his companion at sea. Imagine the weight of that moment, the splash of the body, hitting the waves, the sharks converging in a frenzy below. The ocean claims its due, leaving Alvarenga adrift with ghosts. Madness stalks him in the silence. Hallucinations bloom like toxic flowers. He sees ships on the horizon, their lights mocking him as they vanish into mirage. One vessel passes so close he can almost touch it, but his flares go unseen. His screams lost to the roar of the sea. He drinks his own urine to survive, the bitter taste a daily ritual of defiance. Birds become his prey, their warm blood a lifeline, but each kill echoes with savagery. And then, the shocking revelations, what he saw in the depths. Massive shadows glide beneath the boat, colossal squid or ancient leviathans, their tentacles brushing the hull like probing fingers from the abyss. Floating debris from distant disasters, whispers of civilization swallowed whole. In the dead of night, bioluminescent plumes light the water like underwater fires, revealing grotesque forms that twist and vanish. Was it delirium, or did the ocean unveil its forbidden secrets? Relics of lost worlds, guardians of the deep that no man was meant to witness? Months stretch into an eternity, each sunrise a cruel promise unkept. Alvarenga's body transforms. Skin blistered and cracked, beard wild like a castaway from myth, mind teetering on the edge of oblivion. He fashions tools from driftwood and plastic, turning the boat into a floating fortress against the elements. Storms rage again, waves like mountains threatening to capsize him, lightning fracturing the sky in electric veins. Sharks ram the hull, drawn by the scent of his desperation, their jaws snapping inches from his flesh. But survival's true torment is the psyche. Alvarenga converses with the dead. Cordoba's voice haunts the creaks of the boat, urging him onward or tempting surrender. He spots containers bobbing in the distance, relics of modern shipwrecks, but they slip away like taunts from fate. The shocking truth emerges in his isolation. The ocean is a living entity, vast and indifferent, hiding horrors that challenge sanity. He witnesses pods of whales breaching like omens, their songs vibrating through the hull like mournful dirges. Plastic islands of garbage swirl in currents, eerie monuments to humanity's hubris. And in his darkest hours, visions of ethereal lights dance below, perhaps sunken cities or bioluminescent beasts, guardians of secrets buried since time's dawn. Each sighting shocks him deeper, blurring reality and nightmare, until he questions if rescue would even matter. On January 30th, 2014, after 438 days and over 6,700 miles, a speck of land pierces the horizon, Ebon Atoll in the Marshall Islands. Alvarenga, emaciated and feral, washes ashore amid coral reefs, his boat a battered relic. Villagers find him stumbling, babbling in Spanish, his eyes hollow with the weight of what he's seen. The world reels at his tale, the longest solo survival at sea in history. But shadows linger. Lawsuits from Cordoba's family accuse cannibalism, whispers Alvarenga denies, adding layers of mystery to his odyssey. What did the ocean truly show him? Visions that reshaped a man, or truths too dark for the light and the eye, and some voyages into the unknown leave scars that time cannot heal. Echoes of horrors that the waves guard jealously. José Salvador Alvarenga returned from the brink, but the sea's shocking secrets remain, buried in the depths waiting for the next soul to drift too far. Subscribe to Veins of the Past, where every forgotten truth leaves a scar.